Solar storms. You might think the sun is humanity's best friend, keeping us warm and alive, but you're wrong. Our parent star is actually a ticking time bomb pointed directly at Earth, capable of unleashing electromagnetic fury that could send us back to the Stone Age in minutes. Coronal mass ejections can blast billions of tons of solar material toward Earth at over 1 million miles per hour. The largest recorded solar storm, the 1859 Carrington event, was 10 times more powerful than anything we've experienced in modern times. Today's solar maximum phase means we're 11 times more likely to experience severe space weather events, with the potential to generate electromagnetic pulses equivalent to a massive nuclear detonation in the atmosphere. If a Carrington-scale event hit today, you'd watch the entire electrical grid of North America collapse within hours. Hospital life support systems would fail, water treatment plants would shut down, and every satellite in orbit would be fried beyond repair. You'd experience a complete communication blackout. No internet, no cell phones, no GPS. Within days, food distribution would collapse as trucks couldn't navigate and pumps couldn't deliver fuel. The economic damage would exceed $2 trillion, making it more devastating than Hurricane Katrina, 9/11, and the 2008 financial crisis combined. Most terrifying of all, it could take decades to rebuild the infrastructure, meaning billions would face starvation and societal collapse long before the lights came back on. During the Carrington event, telegraph wires sparked so violently they set fire to telegraph offices. Yet some operators could disconnect their power sources and still send messages using only the electrical current induced by the aurora itself. Magnetic pole. Reversal. Most people don't realize that Earth's magnetic field, the invisible shield protecting us from deadly cosmic radiation, is currently weakening at an alarming rate and preparing to flip completely upside down. NASA research shows that Earth's magnetic field has weakened by 9% over the past 170 years, with the rate of decay accelerating to 5% per decade in some regions. Magnetic reversals typically occur every 200,000 to 300,000 years, but our last one was 780,000 years ago, making us nearly 4 times overdue. During the transition, which can take anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 years, the magnetic field strength drops to just 10% of normal levels. When the reversal begins, you'd face a dramatic increase in cosmic radiation exposure as Earth's protective magnetic umbrella collapses. The atmosphere would lose significant ozone, allowing deadly UV radiation to penetrate to the surface at levels 100 times higher than normal. You'd witness mass extinctions among marine life as increased radiation damages DNA and disrupts the food chain. Electronics and power grids worldwide would face constant bombardment from solar particles, causing permanent blackouts across entire continents. Most ominously, research suggests that rapid magnetic field changes 550 million years ago may have triggered one of Earth's major mass extinctions, wiping out a large portion of early life forms through radiation exposure and ozone depletion. During magnetic reversals, Earth temporarily develops multiple north and south poles scattered around the globe, creating a chaotic magnetic maze that would confuse every migratory animal on the planet. But even magnetic chaos pales in comparison to what we're doing to the oceans themselves. Ocean acidification. You might think the ocean is too vast to destroy, but you're catastrophically wrong. We're currently recreating the exact conditions that caused Earth's worst mass extinction 252 million years ago, and it's happening 100 times faster. Ocean acidity has increased by 30% since the Industrial Revolution, the fastest rate in 300 million years. We're losing species at 1,000 times the natural background rate, with UN research showing that 1 million animal and plant species are now threatened with extinction. The oceans absorb 25% of all CO2 emissions, but this is turning seawater into a corrosive acid that dissolves the shells and skeletons of marine life. As ocean pH continues dropping, you'd watch entire marine ecosystems collapse from the bottom up. Shellfish, corals, and microscopic organisms that form the base of the food web would dissolve alive in increasingly acidic water. The collapse would cascade upward, starving fish, marine mammals, and ultimately the 3.3 billion people who depend on seafood for protein. But here's the terrifying connection. Yale research reveals that the end Permian extinction, which killed 96% of all marine species, was driven by rapid ocean acidification, exactly like what we're experiencing now. The difference is that event took 60,000 years to unfold, while our current acidification is happening in mere decades, giving life no time to adapt. Ocean acidification is so powerful that it's literally dissolving the shells of living sea butterflies as they swim, creating holes that expand until the creatures can no longer survive. Supervolcano eruption. Most people don't realize that beneath Yellowstone National Park lies a magma chamber the size of Rhode Island, containing enough molten rock to bury the entire United States under 3 feet of ash. Yellowstone's caldera measures 34 by 45 miles and sits atop a magma chamber containing 15,000 cubic kilometers of molten rock. The supervolcano erupts approximately every 600,000 years, and the last eruption was 640,000 years ago. While the annual probability is only 0.001%, when it does erupt, it releases 1,000 times more ash than Mount St., with previous eruptions covering half of North America in volcanic ash up to 3 feet deep. If Yellowstone erupted today, you'd experience a cataclysm that would instantly kill everyone within 100 miles, from pyroclastic flows reaching 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit and traveling at 300 miles per hour. You'd watch as the entire American Midwest disappeared under suffocating ash that would crush buildings, contaminate water supplies, and turn day into night. Aircraft engines would fail as glass-like volcanic particles melted in their turbines, grounding all air travel across North America. The ash cloud would trigger a volcanic winter, dropping global temperatures by 10 degrees Fahrenheit for years and destroying agriculture worldwide. You'd face mass starvation as crops failed across the planet, leading to the collapse of civilization and potentially billions of deaths from famine and societal breakdown. The Yellowstone caldera is so massive that it wasn't discovered until the 1960s, when NASA analyzed aerial photographs. It was literally too big to see from ground level. But even supervolcanoes are nothing compared to the cosmic executioner that's already killed before. Gamma ray burst. You might think the deadliest threats come from Earth, but you're wrong. The most terrifying extinction machine in the universe is a cosmic death ray that could sterilize our planet in 10 seconds, and we'd never see it coming. Gamma ray bursts are the brightest electromagnetic events in the universe, releasing more energy in 10 seconds than our sun will produce in its entire 10 billion year lifetime. These cosmic death rays occur when massive stars collapse or neutron stars collide, creating focused beams of radiation that can be detected from 10 billion light-years away. Scientists estimate there's a 50% chance that a gamma ray burst has hit Earth within the past 500 million years, with the most likely candidate being the Ordovician extinction 450 million years ago. If a gamma ray burst targeted Earth from just 6,000 light-years away, you'd experience the most instantaneous apocalypse imaginable. The initial burst would strip away 75% of Earth's ozone layer in seconds, creating a giant hole that would persist for over 15 years. You'd watch the sky light up brighter than the sun before deadly ultraviolet radiation flooded the planet's surface at lethal levels. Every living thing exposed to the sky would suffer massive DNA damage, triggering cancers and genetic mutations that would cascade through the food web. The UV radiation would kill photosynthetic organisms, collapsing the entire food chain from the bottom up. Most terrifyingly, there's absolutely no defense against this cosmic weapon. No warning system, no shelter that could protect you, and no way to prevent it. A gamma ray burst just 1,000 light-years away would appear in our sky as bright as the sun for several seconds, temporarily giving Earth 2 suns before extinguishing most life forever. Asteroid impact. Most people think asteroid impacts are the stuff of Hollywood movies, but you're dangerously wrong. NASA has identified over 2,000 potentially hazardous asteroids, and one of them has our name on it. According to NASA's asteroid monitoring program, There's a 1 in 120,000 chance per century that a civilization-ending asteroid over 1 kilometer wide will strike Earth. The asteroid that killed the dinosaurs was 6 miles wide and released energy equivalent to 10 billion atomic bombs. Currently, asteroid 2024 YR4 has grabbed scientists' attention with impact probabilities that have fluctuated from 3.1% down to 0.004% for a potential 2032 collision, demonstrating how quickly these cosmic threats can emerge and evolve. When the next civilization killer hits, you'd experience hell on Earth in real time. The impact would vaporize billions of tons of rock, creating a fireball hotter than the sun that would incinerate everything within 1,000 miles instantly. You'd feel earthquakes measuring magnitude 10, strong enough to topple every building on the planet, followed by tsunamis 300 feet tall, racing across every ocean at 500 miles per hour. The impact would launch so much debris into the atmosphere that you'd watch the sky turn black. For months as molten rock rained down globally, igniting wildfires that would consume entire continents. The resulting impact winter would drop global temperatures by 50 degrees Fahrenheit, freeze the oceans, and kill 75% of all species through starvation and cold. Exactly what happened 66 million years ago when an asteroid ended the age of dinosaurs and wiped out 3/4 of all life on Earth. The dinosaur-killing asteroid hit with such force that it created a mega earthquake that lasted for weeks and months, with seismic waves that continued reverberating around the planet long after the initial impact. But if you think natural disasters are our biggest threat, you haven't considered what happens when humans engineer their own extinction. Engineered pandemic. You might think bioweapons are too dangerous for anyone to actually create, but you're wrong. We're living in the golden age of genetic engineering, and it's never been easier to design a pathogen specifically intended to wipe out humanity. An engineered pandemic could have up to a 1 in 30 chance of causing human extinction by 2100. Modern synthetic biology allows scientists to modify existing pathogens or create entirely new ones with enhanced transmissibility, lethality, and resistance to treatments. According to defense analysts, a single engineered bioweapon could potentially kill up to 150 million people, 50 times more than nuclear weapons. An engineered extinction pathogen would be designed with humanity's biological weaknesses in mind. You'd face a virus engineered to be 100% lethal with a long incubation period, allowing infected individuals to spread it globally before anyone realizes a pandemic has begun. The pathogen could be designed to resist all known vaccines and treatments, leaving humanity completely defenseless. Unlike natural pandemics that typically spare some populations due to genetic diversity, an engineered weapon could target fundamental human biology that we all share. You'd watch civilization collapse within months as critical infrastructure workers die, supply chains break down, and social order disintegrates. The most terrifying aspect is that, unlike nuclear weapons, bioweapons are self-replicating. Once released, they continue spreading and evolving beyond anyone's control, potentially creating an unstoppable extinction cascade. Unlike conventional weapons that require massive infrastructure, a single person with advanced molecular biology skills could theoretically engineer and release an extinction-level pathogen using equipment that fits in a garage. But even engineered diseases pale in comparison to the world-ending arsenals we've already built. Nuclear war. Most people don't realize that humanity has built enough nuclear weapons to kill every person on Earth 40 times over. And we've come within minutes of using them on multiple occasions. Global nuclear arsenals contain approximately 13,000 warheads, with the explosive power of 500,000 Hiroshima bombs. Expert estimates suggest there's a 20 to 50% chance of nuclear war within the next century, with Martin Hellman calculating roughly 1% annual probability, meaning a 54% cumulative risk by 2100. Rutgers Climate Research demonstrates that even a limited regional nuclear exchange would inject enough soot into the atmosphere to drop global temperatures and kill over 5 billion people through famine. In a full-scale nuclear exchange between the US and Russia, you'd witness the near instantaneous deaths of hundreds of millions from the direct blasts, with fireballs reaching 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit and vaporizing everything within miles. But the real killer would be nuclear winter. You'd watch the sky turn black as 150 teragrams of soot blocked 70% of sunlight, dropping global temperatures by 27 degrees Fahrenheit and triggering the worst famine in human history. Crops would fail worldwide as growing seasons disappeared, and you'd face complete societal collapse as more than 5 billion people, 75% of humanity, starved to death within 2 years. The radioactive fallout would contaminate vast areas for decades, while the destruction of the ozone layer would expose survivors to deadly UV radiation for years. During the 1995 Norwegian rocket incident, Russian President Boris Yeltsin activated his nuclear briefcase and came within minutes of launching a full-scale retaliatory strike because a scientific rocket launch was mistaken for a U.S. submarine-launched ballistic missile. Artificial intelligence. You might think artificial intelligence will make life better, but you're catastrophically wrong. According to the very scientists creating AI, there's a real chance their work will be humanity's final invention. Believe there's at least a 10% chance that advanced AI will cause human extinction or an equivalently catastrophic outcome. What do you think is our biggest threat? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more videos that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about our future.